So you could play songs, you can jam, you might even get compliments on your playing, but deep down, maybe something doesn't feel right. Because every time you pick up the guitar, there's a little voice in your head that's whispering, "You're not a real guitarist." I know it sounds terrible, but I've felt this, and so many other guitar players have felt the same way. Maybe it's because you don't know theory, maybe it's because you still struggle with some techniques, maybe it's because you compare yourself to others and feel miles behind. But here's the truth. Every guitarist, yes, even the pros, have definitely felt this way. And there's one simple shift that instantly destroys imposter syndrome and makes you finally feel like the guitarist that you are. And I'm gonna show you what it is. But before we hop in, I wanna tell you something first. I have something super special for you at the end of this video that's gonna help you take this even further, so stick around for that. But first, let's get over this imposter syndrome. So believe it or not, imposter syndrome isn't about your skill level, it's about your perception. Most players think that being a real guitarist equates being a master. But in reality, it's all about mindset and how you show up. So let's define what a real guitarist means for you, because most people never actually do this. And then what happens is that you chase after a moving target, and then you never really feel good enough. I remember when I started playing guitar, I had goals. I wanted to be able to play certain songs, maybe a couple of Metallica songs that I liked. And then eventually I'd be able to play them, and the goal shifts. But I never acknowledged the accomplishments that I made. And then it would be a new technique that I had to get down. And the goal just kept moving further and further, and I'd always feel kind of incomplete. Now, what this leads me into is focusing a lot on what you don't know. And what I want us to shift here is to think about our strengths. I want you to list 3 things that you know that you do well on guitar. Now, it could be anything. It could be that your bends are perfectly on pitch. Or it could be that you have great vibrato. Or maybe you have really nice legato. Or it could even be that you're good at tremolo picking. No matter what it is, I want you to list 3 things that you know you do well. And I want you to give yourself some credit for it, because it's amazing that you could do those things. And they're your strengths for a reason. So I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for that. The next thing that I want you to focus on is playing with intent. Now, confidence doesn't exactly come with skill. It comes from how you express yourself. A simple phrasing exercise, like maybe bending a note with feeling, can make you feel like a real player instantly. Now, I'm gonna share something a little bit personal. As a person, I have anxiety, and guitar was a huge escape for me. Now, I developed a lot of skill practicing by myself, even in my room, and I'm sure a lot of you guys could relate to that. And I developed a lot of skill, but then when it came to being able to express myself in front of other people and just playing, that anxiety would kick in, and it would become very hard for me to play the way that I could when I was on my own. And my absolute favorite way to break out of that and feel good playing in front of people was to play something simple, but with the emotion and feeling that I could put into it. Because the difference there was, instead of stressing over something super difficult, like, oh, I want to make sure that I'm good playing in front of other people, and if I failed, then I felt like I wasn't a real guitarist. Instead, I'd play something that was a little bit easier, that I enjoy playing, and it became more about me than the people that I was playing for. And then once I got this confidence from being able to play maybe a simpler song or phrase easier in front of people, it led me to be able to play harder things in front of people and gain that confidence and keep progressing forward. So little things that you enjoy can help make you feel like a real player right off the bat. It's just that little boost of confidence that we need sometimes. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is comparing the right way. So as guitarists, we tend to see people on the internet, especially nowadays, that are just so much better than us. Or at least we think they're so much better than us. They can play so well. And we can tend to compare ourselves to them and feel bad about our own skill level. So what I want you to do, instead of seeing advanced players as proof that you're not good, Use them as inspiration that progress is possible. When you see someone absolutely killing it on guitar, know that you'll be able to do that too with the right practice and mindset. I want you to use it as a way to get excited about playing. So when you see someone ripping on guitar, I want you to go and grab your own guitar and play something that you enjoy. I'm so glad that you joined me for this lesson today. So to quickly recap, we exposed why imposter syndrome could be keeping you stuck, and more importantly, you now have the fix. You learned that being a real guitarist isn't about perfection, it's about owning your strengths, playing with intent, and shifting your mindset. And if you apply this, you'll feel the difference immediately. Now, if you want to go even deeper and feel 100% confident every time you pick up the guitar, I've got a special gift for you. I'm giving you a free lesson on how to instantly solo in any key. The very first thing it's going to show you is how to identify any key on the fretboard in record-breaking time. And it's going to show you a simple formula on how you can solo over any of the keys. And trust me, this is yours 100% free. Just be sure to click here to claim your copy or check the link in the description box. So if this hit home for you today, if something clicked and you're thinking, yeah, I actually can do this, I don't want you to stop here. Keep the fire going. The next lesson is your momentum builder. It's your chance to take everything we talked about and turn it into something real on the fretboard. Because confidence doesn't come from waiting around, it comes from taking the next step, and that's exactly what this free lesson is. Click the link, grab it now, and I'll see you on the inside.